Hello everyone and welcome to How Did You Get to That? I'm your host Hongyar. Have you ever come across this line? Love like you've never been hurt. It's a famous quote from a poem by Alfred de Souza. But seriously, it's a bit real. Is that impossible? Personally, I think this line is beautiful precisely because it feels almost impossible. Getting hurt is just part of being alive. So how are you supposed to love as if you are bulletproof? But what if there is a way to make those ones sting just a little less? Today I want to share my experience with something I call mask theory, a piece of knowledge I found to protect myself. Actually, I first started thinking about this back in the military. The Korean army is is a fascinating place. If I had to describe it, the game League of Legends, right? It kinds of like a total chaotic preseason where players of all ranks and skill levels are suddenly thrown into the same match. You've got the scholars, the athletics, the good-looking ones, the awkward ones, people you never meet in your normal life, and crammed into the one room. In the last episode, we talked about Carl Jung's persona, the mask we wear to fit our social roles. On that military stage, I witnessed for very strange type of people. First, the villains, who over-identified with their mask and crossed the line. Second, those who hid behind the bystander's mask even though they knew things were wrong. Third, those who suffered from intense cognitive dissonance between their social self and their military self. And lastly, those who just went with the flow, adapting and blending in. I started wondering, why do some people exploit this performance while others get lost on stage? Back then, I didn't know the word persona, but looking back, I've categorized them into four human types based on how they handle their mask. See if you recognize yourself in any of these. First, the strategist. They know the mask exists and use it strategically to get what they want. Second, the philosopher. They know the rules, but if the mask doesn't align with they will be uncomfortable, then fake it. Third, the sentinel. They don't overthink it. They just naturally blend into whatever social rules they are given. They adapt to system best. And finally, the bare soul. These are people who just don't know which mask to wear or even why the rules exist in the first place. They're just over there, completely exposed. They take all the hits from the world without any kinds of shield. Nothing at all. And to be honest with you, that was me. That was exactly who I was in the past. Now I have to be careful here. You might wonder, isn't labeling people like this just another way to create prejudice? I worried about it too. But here's what I realized. When our hearts are wounds and our emotions are clouded, we don't have the energy to see people as they are. That's when we pull out this temporary map. By telling yourself, okay, that people is just over identifying with type 1 right now, your emotion starts settle. You stop reacting and start observing. This clarification isn't for judging others, it's safety gear to protect you from the emotional warfare. In the end, this knowledge serves as both a solid suit of armor to protect us and flexible map to help us understand the hidden sincerity behind someone else's clumsy acting. On your way home today, Take a look at your reflection in the subway window. Which role did you just finish playing? Are you still wearing a forced smile you couldn't quite take off? I really hope this world, the things I wish I could told my young self back when I was so lost. I hope they can bring you at least a little bit of comfortable today. This has been How Did You Get to That? I'm Hongyar. Thank you for listening. May all beings be happy. Bye bye and see you in next episode.